Now I just got a hold of the new 3D Wax DP201 3D printer. I wanted to run some test prints here. So this is the red PLA, and this is just a snap fit case that I wanted to print. Comes off real easily, snaps together here. And I used 3D Wax desktop software on defaults to print this. No raft, no brim. Now this one was already sliced previously in Simplify 3D for the DP200, so I just dumped the G-code directly here, and that's why it has this raft underneath it, which I would not have printed if I was using PLA here directly. And you'll see why, because it kind of makes a mess. It was a real thin raft that came from Simplify 3D, but in any case the print came out really nice, and I'll show you here in a second what this is. See these stringy bits. Now I could go back and find my original source file and print it out to STL again and then slice it and not have this raft on here, but I just had this on the drive and wanted to print it out. And actually I needed another one of these. I'll show you here. I actually designed this from scratch in Fusion 360 last year. It goes on the bottom of this shampoo bottle. This shampoo bottle, the blue on the bottom of it comes off inside my shower and lets a ring on the shower shelf. So that's like a little condom for my shampoo bottle. Works really well, actually. It's just a pressure fit. Now the quality's been really good on the job so far. This one was printed from the Sindoh software directly, just with the defaults. It's PLA red again. And the quality is really good. This is a print in place. It's a test for some guy who sent this to me. He designed it. They're like little tracks for maybe like a little robot or a little bulldozer type of thing, like the tracks that go around the sprockets. Look at that. Came right off of there. So smooth and nice. Quality is really, really good on these prints. Unbelievable. Look at that. Now this always makes me laugh. I've done this before. This was one of the first prints I did and I forgot about it. I ran it overnight and it shuts off, and you come out the next day and you walk in your office and you look in here and there's this little dude sitting there on your print bed. You forgot about him. So he's a little more challenging because he has articulated joints and he prints in place. So let's take him down in the workshop and pop him off of here and see how much trouble I have with him. I've had lots of trouble in the past trying to print him on other machines. Okay, I'm down in the workshop. Let's get to work here. See how he pops off of the bed here. I just wanted to see what was involved in getting him off of there, but you don't have to work him too much. Man, I'm really loving this bed, this flexible bed. No scrapers or anything. All these jobs just pop right off of here. I hope that thing is durable. Now, in the past, I've had problems with these little guys. I can see already some parts of him are done really well. We're not going to have any problems. Some of them I've had to cut with my X-Acto knife. Usually his legs and his feet are the problems. So let's just look at his quality here for a little bit. Yeah, so his arm's moving real good. This arm broke free. It's moving real good. Down the bottom here, his head spins. That whole cylinder through there spins, so no problems. His arms are good. Head's good. Now his hands are actually articulated. Yeah, see his legs his leg, oh, well, I kind of broke loose there. But the legs are always a problem. The further down you go to the knee and the foot, you're going to have more problems. And I kind of like to work him back and forth a little. And one side, see, one side is always more an issue than the other. And you want to kind of grab on it and put pressure, and then you end up snapping it off. So you got to be real gentle and just work him. There he is. So at least we got that far. Cool. Now, as I mentioned, his hands are articulated too here, and that one seemed to come loose, so that's working real good. And this one, we'll just put a little pressure and see if we can get it to snap loose. Just got to work it back and forth. There we go. Excellent. So the hands are good. It always gets scary here because you got to go to the knees and the feet. And I have so many of these little guys busted up laying around when I got to this point. Okay. Oh, there's always that little click that you always wonder if you snapped it off or if it just broke loose. So that one worked well. Boy, that's a clean joint. That's really nice. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Once I got to the feet here, I had to work for a pretty long time with a combination of just putting pressure, working it back and forth. And at some point, I had actually pull out the X-Acto knife and I cut all around it several times and try to work the little joints and things like that. So it took quite a while, but I wanted to be real gentle with it and not break it off. What I've done in the past is just go around all the little joints and all the little spots and make sure they're cut where they should be movable. I hit them with an X-Acto knife. And same down in here, because there's always a little flash or something, and you can feel it. It'll just click through, and you got to try it all the way around. Go on the edges and work your way a little at a time. Just be gentle with it. Keep your fingers out of the way, of course. Ha! Well, persistence pays off because eventually I kept working it and finally I got it. And there's that little time when it snaps loose and you always think you broke it off. Then you're so happy. It's like, no, it's working. Yeah. Cool. So there we go. I finally got him. Fully articulated little robot man, little maker robot. Pretty darn cool. So I've only ever done this one other time that I've been able to print him and get him articulated without breaking off one of his appendages. This is only the second one I've done. The other one was actually ABS, which was stronger. So great print, really nice. So there he is. Over here's the graveyard of test prints and things that went wrong. Little Arduino boards and little 3D prints. And what do we have here? See, I told you, a whole pile of little robot guys with broken appendages. There he missed a knee and a foot. There's whole legs gone. Oh, here's a leg. Well, as you can tell, I'm real happy with the quality of the PLA prints coming out of the Sindoh 3D Wax DP201. I hope this has been informative, and thanks for watching.